everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is a reaction video. In as much as you guys did not really give me the vote that I require, but at least something is better than nothing. So I'm starting. This is not even my first reaction, although, but like my official first reacting to other skincare enthusiasts and what they put out there. Today I'm reacting on a creator on this street. She's actually Nigerian. I decided to start with a Nigerian creator, and her name is Anastasia Itwa. I think there was a time I wanted to reach out to her. I really don't know what took my mind away and I didn't, or so. Like, I wanted to send her some of my products to try. Okay, this is the reason. I noticed she had a lot of products on her table, so I just felt like sending her my products was going to be invincible. And by the way, I feel that some of these Nigerian skincare what influencers, they are scared of using Nigerian brand. Yes, because of they're scared of maybe organic or those bleaching. And to me, they do not have the full education or the full information on cosmetics per se. Do you understand? So if they did, they would recognize the fake organic do you understand, from the real thing. So to me, I just feel that, as influencers, they are making money, probably better money on the international brands or whatever. I don't know if they are making money or not, but there's that thing about a prophet is not valued in his own land, so when you come in as a cosmetic formulator in Nigeria, they look down on you. That's what I've noticed. That is from the few I have reached out to. That's what I noticed. They look down on you as if you're Dino show proper and all of that. But that's by the way, I really don't care. Now, I am talking about her because I have watched her for years. And this is a really, really young girl as compared to me. Like age apart, we're very far apart. She's not even up to 30. I am certain about that because there are some certain recommendations or some certain skincare practices, and I'm very glad she keeps telling her audience that she's tailoring it for her skin, and which is very okay, because some influencers will not tell you. They make it look like it's the rule, but meanwhile it's an exception. It's an exception to their own skin type. Okay, from the age of 30, we, especially the melanated skin, our lipid barrier drops by 30%. So there are some certain recommendations that this lady is making that she would not make them again after the age of 30. Do you know why? They are going to end up irritating her skin barrier. For now, her skin barrier is intact, is snatching, she has a very nice glowy skin, and I don't know if she rubs oil maybe on her face or something before she comes on camera, but it's obvious she has this glowy shiny skin. So I don't know if she has an oily skin. Do you understand? So some of the things she's recommending is a no for someone that has a combination skin or a dry skin type. I don't know, maybe even any of her videos she has stated what type of skin she has. I don't know. I watch her, but it's not like I watch her so much on a regular. Now, this her video I'm on to react to this is the topic. She said the perfect brightening face care routine for glowy and even skin tone. And last, as I told you, it is her own routine. Now, what attracted my attention was her recommendation of face cleansers. Like, to me, if you come across this video, Anastasia, why don't you recommend face washes? Yes, even if you're talking about hyperpigmentation, there are face washes that will work better for hyperpigmentation for melanated skin, right? And if there's any important ingredient that should be tailored towards hyperpigmentation, because when the face is dark, obviously we're talking of hyperpigmentation, with this aside from acne and all of that, which of course acne scars cause hyperpigmentation. Why don't you go do proper research on some face washes that contains tyrosinase inhibitors rather than recommending soap? On my channel, I have a video where I spoke about Koji soap. I reviewed the ingredient list. It's an Asian product, and if you look at Asian people, they have more oil on their skin. Yes, so they work with products that are tailored to sort of reduce the oil on their skin. Koji is harsh on a lot of people. And do you know why? I'll drop the video on that ingredient review in my description area of the video. The reason is this: it contains ingredients that will easily strip the skin of its natural moisture. So when you're recommending Koji, be more specific. Tailor it to people that have oily skin. Probably, like I said, maybe you have an oily skin. I don't know. And the reason why I do not recommend Koji-san on the face is the fact that it has a high alkaline pH. And the reason is because it contains sodium hydroxide, that is a lye, caustic soda in that soap. And in as much as in the other ingredient listing, I saw mineral oil, which honestly, mineral oil is not even a super fattening oil for soap making. And then there's tea tree oil, which is most likely an essential oil that will still not provide much super fattening in a soap. So I won't even regard them, and they're at the bottom of the list. I won't even regard them seriously. The main thing I took note of is the coconut oil. Coconut oil soaps are highly foamy soaps. They foam a lot, especially if it's because for only coconut oil to be stated in the ingredient list of Koji-san and as a cosmetic formulator, the first, at least, let's say, depending on the ingredient list, if the ingredient list is not much, the first 3 ingredients on the list should be what you should take very serious. Highest 4, right? Then depending on the the weight of the list, the ingredient list, then you can take almost up to 5 maybe on the ingredient list. Now Koji-san, the first 3 ingredients that you should take note of if you're looking at it is the coconut oil, then followed by water, then followed by sodium hydroxide. So nobody needs to tell you that this soap is alkaline in nature, and the pH of our skin, the comfortable pH of our skin, at least should start within the range of 4 to 6. You get, in as much as you're not asking them to use the Koji-san soap every day. And there are also there's also one actually anionic surfactant that is in that Koji-san soap that is notoriously known for sensitizing the skin, causing itching to the skin. And then there's even fragrance in this Koji-san, which can easily cause contact dermatitis to a lot of people. And that's why some people tell you that they use that Koji-san and it gives them eczema. Yes, it will give you eczema. Then the kojic acid itself that is inside, kojic acid is something that sensitizes the skin, and the fact that it's really high up there. So I'm suspecting, I don't know, I'm not the one that formulated the soap, and the percentage of the kojic was not written. It's quite high, okay? And when you have kojic acid on your skin, you should use sunscreen, which I don't know if she actually stated it in her video as well. Then she also recommended a particular soap, which also captured my attention. Listen. This is the bar soap. Retinol in bar soap. Let me take it back.
This is my routine. I'm going to talk about retinol in bar soap form. This is the bar soap I'm going to recommend if you are having, dull face, your skin is not giving. You either want to use Koji-san soap or you use a retinol soap. It is used for treating acne, but you can also use it to brighten up your face. Now, another thing I am going to use.
Anastasia, using Retin A soap. What I just went online and checked about this Retin A soap because I've seen it carelessly 1 or 2, but when she recommended it, for me, I took it really seriously. Do you understand? And that's when I now went down to check about this soap. Now, first and foremost, I noticed that this Retin A soap is a melt and pour soap. What I mean by melt and pour soap is sort of a transparent-ish. Now, this is a melt and pour soap. Don't know if you guys can see it. This thing is a melt and pour soap base. Like, this is a soap base, right? So as it is like this now, I made this myself. I formulated this by myself, right? And then this is what I converted it to be. These 2 things are the same. Now, what is the difference? I added turmeric and licorice inside this one. But this is just the melt and pour soup, right? And I added turmeric and licorice. So the properties of this soap now will be brightening, exfoliating as well because of the turmeric, right? And the brightening because of the licorice, and then the cleansing. But does it mean that this melt and pour soap is suitable for face? It all depends on the type of skin that you have. Like me, I don't use all this soap on my face all the time. I do once in a while, yes. And the reason why I do once in a while is the fact that it has moisturizing benefit as well, because it contains a huge amount of stearic acid and vegetable glycerin. So when you use it, it has a way of making your skin kind of more oily. Do you understand? Yes. But then the fact that it has caustic soda in it gives it a high pH. I even have water here that I wanted to illustrate in front of my camera, because moving on, I want to talk about the Retin A inside a soup. Retin A inside a soup. that contains caustic soda, because what I saw when I went looking for more information on this retin A soap that she was recommending is a melt and pour soup. And melt and pour soup, one way or the other, still has a little bit of caustic soda in it, thereby giving it a high pH. Let me wet my hand first. Do you understand? Let me lather my hand, then put this pH this thing for you to see that retin. Oh, can you see? I don't know if you guys can see. This is alkaline. Now retin A, this is an alkaline. This, let me check it though on the this thing to know the specific pH. Now retin A, whatever formula, as much as they claim that they use tretinoin as 0.5 milligram tretinoin, and tretinoin is retinoic acid. Oh my God, this is about pH of about 8. Yes, the fact that I mixed it with water, I don't know if you guys can see it from my camera, is about a pH of 8 diluting into water. So which means if I had not diluted it with water on its own like this, it has more than pH of 8. So it has almost a pH of 9. And the reason is because it has the caustic soda in it. And looking at that retin A soap, I saw it a melt and pour soap. I looked around to look for more information. I didn't see, but retin A in a soap is totally useless. Now it takes 20 minutes for any form of retinol to be absorbed into the skin, either retinoic acid, retinaldehyde, or retinol. It takes about 20 minutes. And you can't ask somebody that has a combination skin like me, or someone that has a matured skin over the age of 30. Like I said, Anastasia is not up to 30. And then someone that has a dry skin, you can't ask them to hold that soap on their face for 20 minutes. Even though I saw somewhere in the description of that soap that you should carry it on your face for 20 to 30 minutes or something like that in the affected area, rub 20 to... It is a soap. Why don't you recommend, in as much as the Anastasia along the line still recommended tretinoin, which is a stay-on product, for me that one is better. But retin A soap is a no, 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 no. There was a video I even saw on TikTok, someone was saying that if you want to start grooming your skin to accept tretinoin, you should start with retin A soap. That's not true. You know what I just noticed is the manufacturers pick up an ingredient that is a hype. There was a time, once upon a time, there was so much buzz on hyaluronic acid. Almost every product you pick, they will tell hyaluronic acid, hyaluronic acid. You know what? There are some ingredients that is almost like someone pays a special fee for those ingredients to be promoted in order for them, just like snail slime. Now, how markets? Like, do you understand? It's almost like sometimes an ingredient is being over glorified, and then before anything, every brand is claiming, or that they have it in order to push it forward. It's just like once upon a time to vitamin C. And there was something I like what she said also about vitamin C. I'm sorry, this video is a little bit scattered. I don't want to be too long. She said about vitamin C. She said go for good vitamin C products. Don't go for all those cheap ones. And she's 100% correct. I don't want to call any product here specifically, but she's very, very correct. But I noticed the vitamin C she was showing was in a dropper, which is not a good packaging. Well, I don't know if even if it's a vitamin C derivative, it is still advisable for it to be in an LS pump. Do you understand? Not for it to be in a dropper. I do not recommend vitamin C, even though one of the most important, or one of the, not important per se, one of the most expensive vitamin C's in the world, Skin Ceuticals. I notice it's still in a dropper, but then they formulated properly with ferulic acid and tocopherol, that's vitamin E, to make it very, very stable. But that notwithstanding, vitamin C in a dropper bottle, to me, is a no. As a cosmetic formulator, coming from a professional point of view. Coming back to retin A soap, I saw something that they wrote formulated with 0.5 milligram of tretinoin. So it's possible they picked a melt and pour soap, melted it and added tretinoin inside. Very possible. But this is it. Tretinoin being in a medium of an alkaline base, we reduce drastically. Like your 0.5 milligrams cannot be 0.5 milligrams anymore. It's going to drop drastically because it's not in a favorable pH. A favorable pH for your retinoic acid falls within the range of what do they call it? Falls within the range of let's say 4 to 6. Okay, so therefore we're still talking about honestly watching her over the years. She's really doing well, right? But the thing is that she's doing well within her own skin type. You understand? So for me, I see her recommendation as personalized one. So if you have similar skin type as her own, fine, you can tag along with her routine. But personally, someone above 30, I will not recommend you to follow her skin routine. I tell a lot of people that when you're following a specific influencer's routine, make sure that your skin type is alike. Even your age group should be alike, because it's very, very important. You cannot be in your 40s or in your late 30s like myself, and then you're following the skincare routine of someone that is barely in her mid to late 20s. No, it won't work that way because her skin barrier, her lipid barrier, I mean, is still intact. So by the time it begins to decline like my own, then we will sit down and talk and know if she can recommend Koji-san again for anybody, because by that time the Koji-san might begin to backfire too as well, except if maybe she's not using, or maybe she's using alongside with something, I don't know. I don't want to lay allegations that I'm not sure of, but to be honest with you, Koji-san soap is not something that should be used as a staple. In as much as I think she was saying, "No, every day another retin A soap," for me, that is, if you're, don't deceive yourself. I'm not trying to condemn the soap. It's good. But in your head, if you think that you're getting the benefit of retinoic acid in that soup, you're only lying to yourself. Honestly speaking, there's almost nothing, zero or nothing you're getting out of that thing, especially if the pH of that soup is alkaline. Maybe if the pH is acidic, then fine. You understand? I'm not buying the soap because I'm not going to use it, so I'm not going to waste my money. Yes, I'm not buying it. So if you want to, Anastasia, I would recommend that to do it for your audience. You have the soap with you, Abby, I don't know, you're using it. Try buying a pH test strip. These pH test strips are not that expensive. Get them and check the pH. If the pH is within an alkaline range, then you're only using a bar soap, a mild, because the truth is that melt and pour soaps are very mild. In as much, like I told you, I use them sometimes on my face. They are very awesome. They moisturize the skin. Yes, the irony of the whole thing, it does moisturize, but then sometimes when you have a dry skin or you have part of your skin that are drier, the caustic soda in the soap begins to take the better part of that dry area of the skin. Sure, you understand? And I noticed, okay, though she wasn't recommending it for everyday use, for nighttime only, blah 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 blah. But to me, Anastasia, I would advise you discourage the using of bar soaps on the face. You understand? Like, to me, it shouldn't be a prescription coming from you, or a description. Okay, let me not say prescription because you're okay. Let's say a description coming from you. No, I wouldn't. You get what I'm trying to say to you. I would use face soap maybe behind the scene, but I won't come in front of my camera and tell my beauty enthusiasts to also use face soaps. No, I won't do that. I have to also use bar soaps, I mean. But there are face soaps, example like Dove is a face soap, a face and body soap, I mean. Olay, all those things are not even soaps, they're actually cleansing bars, because there are it's the foaming agents or the foaming ingredients are surfactants. Do you understand? Which are completely different, far away from sodium hydroxide, that's lye, caustic soda, right? So I think let me just stop here and hope to see you in another video. Bye.